see everything's working. I'm so excited to have you guys. I've got something really exciting in store for you. Two amazing, extraordinary women. We have Charisse James Grow and Chastity Navarro from the Boca Chamber of Commerce. And we are so excited to have them both. They're going to tell us about the Golden Bell Foundation, the integration between the Golden Bell Foundation and the Battle of the Bands, which is coming up, our local community fundraiser for the kiddos. And there's just so much to tell. So I'm going to start right away with Miss Charisse. She has been the foundation manager for Golden Bell and the Yay Academy, the Young Entrepreneurs Academy for the Boca Chamber of Commerce. And that's been going on for the last 3 years. Everybody is just wowed and loving it about her. So we are going to hand it over to you, Charisse. I'd love to know a little bit about you, about what you do, and how, you know, the community can get involved. So come on, Charisse, yay!
Thank you for having us, Shelby.
You're welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, really, a day in the life of Charisse.
Besides the fact of the personal life, but here with the wonderful Golden Bell Education Foundation, daily is two parts to it. So we manage grants to the public schools here in Boca to keep our schools like wonderfully A-rated with like the resources that they need that maybe the district doesn't really or have the ability or budget to provide. We come in place of that and we really help the principals and the teachers and other administrators with what they need. And then our in-house program is the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. Yes, that's where we take middle schoolers and high schoolers and we turn them into CEOs today and the leaders and the CEOs of tomorrow. So they go through 20 weeks of actually establishing a business and starting a business plan, doing all of that background stuff and the research to get them to be like phenomenal at the end of those 20 weeks. So every day, you know, I'm just constantly talking to people and doing the administrative stuff behind the scenes to put all the pieces together. And yeah, I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's been so exciting to watch you in action and see the Boca Chamber and see everything working with the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. A lot of you know my son Christian is a part of that academy, and they have been absolutely phenomenal to help these young children become CEOs of their own little businesses. And it's just really puts them on the right track. So thank you again for that. I know the Golden Bell Foundation is the education foundation. It was really put together to help keep those public schools as great as they are. So for those teachers that end up not having what they really want and need to make their programs the best, that's where kind of the Golden Bell, you can apply for a grant and you can actually get money for your school. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And it's not just because I want people to understand just how open we are and how giving we are. It's not necessarily just one grant per school. If any teacher needs anything, they can apply for a grant. So at times we've had some schools that we've awarded 6 grants to, whether it's, you know, for different grade levels or whatever the need is, we are open to trying to, as long as it's within our guidelines, to help provide for that need.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. And we know Troy McClellan and Chuck Stout have been a big part of this whole foundation, and they are always raving about you both, and with understandably so, because you're both phenomenal people, not just great at your jobs, but good souls. And I just love being a part of whatever you're a part of. But thank you to those gentlemen and so many more that are part of this particular program. I'd love to know just like 3 really quick things, Charisse. What are you most proud of when you're working with the Golden Bell Foundation?
Okay, well, let me say this first. So Troy McClellan is our CEO. So he's the CEO of the chamber. He's the visionary. So it's so exciting just to be able to see and hear what comes out of his mouth, the vision that he has, because he has such a big vision, and it takes, you know, a visionary, a person to really build things up and to really get things going. So it's good to really hear and to hear his heart and the things that he has in his mind of how far he wants things to go. And then Chuck Stout is the actual chairman of the Golden Bell Education Foundation. He has been, you know, I've only been here 3 years, but He works tirelessly. Not only does he use his own resources from his own business, his contacts, he pulls on them to get people to give to the Golden Bell Education Foundation. So that is what makes me proud when I'm seeing these business leaders come together to really pour into the students of tomorrow, to the public schools, which of course will bring us to Battle of the Bands later. It's just so exciting to see.
That's great. Yeah, it is. It is pretty phenomenal to watch you guys. I know this is, we want to focus on Battle of the Bands because this is something that is just so exciting. And we know you're all, everybody watching, thank you all for viewing. We know that you're all very limited time as well. So we're going to focus on that. But just seeing you guys all in action, it's amazing. One of the questions I did have for you, Charisse, it was, what's the most moving part? What do you believe is what moves you about this position?
Well, there's one incident because I have to do school visits. So during the grant, once a school or a teacher is awarded a grant, we do follow up just to see, just how is it going and the resources are being used. And when I'm able to walk into a school such as J.C. Mitchell, and you're walking into a classroom of students that are intellectually and physically challenged, like before, growing up, you think they can't possibly learn, but no, I'm going into a classroom and they actually are using technology that is made specifically for them to help them learn, and not just learn letters, but they're learning about current events. And so when I walk into the room and I can see that, like it's so moving that this is what a grant does from Golden Bell to help that population of students learn. I love seeing that.
That's fabulous. That's great. I love hearing all of this. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So we agree with you that it's been doing incredible things, and the heart and the vision is really coming together. I think you guys really you're pretty much a template for other communities that would like to be more like you, because a lot of people have a lot of bright ideas, but they can't get the right people, the right places, the right funding. And you guys seem to get it all together and make it happen. So again, kudos to you and thank you so much. How can the community get more involved?
Well, with Golden Bell, very simple, so easy. Go directly to our website. You can go to our website first. And then when you go on our website under advocacy, you'll see the Golden Bell Education Foundation. And it'll just give you an overview. My email address is on there as well. So just shoot me an email. We, in whatever way, whatever resources that you have, of course, give a donation. And if as far as the Young Entrepreneurs Academy, we take mentors and volunteers with that as well. But simple, click Google search and click and send me information. I'll be in contact with you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Charisse. So I'd love to move over to our number one gal. Really, we've been hobnobbing with Chastity for a while now. Chastity Navarro, she's been with Boca Chamber of Commerce for over 10 years, and she is really ready to rock and roll. So go ahead and give us your little background, Chastity, of how long you've been there and what you're hoping to accomplish. And I'm going to give a little overview of Battle of the Bands, but thank you. Yay, Chastity.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us here and helping us create awareness for the Golden Bell Education Foundation, because not many people know about this foundation. We're kind of like the hidden gem in the nonprofit world. I work for the Boca Chamber. I've been with the Boca Chamber for 10 and a half years now. And I've been in the event planning industry for 27 years. So I've been planning everything that I could possibly get my hands on, and having the ability to work with the chamber on all the different kind of events we have has helped my career become better than it can be. And then adding this kind of event is like, forget about it. It was a great opportunity. The School of Rock is one of our partners. They joined the Chamber of Commerce as a member, just to get our members aware that we have a School of Rock in Boca Raton, and just like any other chamber member company that comes in, their goal was to network and to get the awareness that they're here. And we had a little after hours network like a chamber does, where people could connect with each other. And they opened it up and they allowed all of the people who came to play with the drums and touch the guitars, and everybody had a blast. And I don't know how much in depth you want me to go into right now, because I know you said you were going to mention some
Right.
things
I love this part of the story is a part that I didn't know about, but so they entered the chamber just to network as everybody really does. That's why people enter the chamber, to be part of the community, to network, to be part of something big. And, you know, I didn't know that that's how you met them. So I was just going to share my screen real quick, because I think it's pretty incredible to, show that the ways what this has looked like, you know, because honestly, obviously here we got the women behind the scenes. That's Chastity and Charisse. Honestly, it sounds like a lot of the chamber things are a little bit more business-like, but this is what it turns out to be, a battle of the bands. It's Absolutely. A real live rock concert. These are real photos from actual past events that you've ran, Chastity. And I want to talk about, you know, what your brainchild, but I just wanted to intro the bands before we lose anyone's attention. We've got this top one. Is this the Wicked Hot or
no,
is
that's 11th Hour.
11th Hour. Okay, yes. Right up here.
11th Hour, and then the lower one is Wicked Hot.
Wicked Hot. Now, I want to also mention, you're going to mention this again, but for those people that don't realize, none of these people have played an instrument before. So that's where School of Rock comes in. This is my band. We've got the Rule Breakers. Oh, they're such a fun band. Thank you so much for putting us together.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we're going to talk about how they can donate. So thank you for that. But that I want to make sure people realize that this isn't just another business event. This is really unique. And it was your brainchild. You were the mastermind behind it. It came really from your heart. And I would just love you to tell your story on how this all came to fruition. Maybe it was at that happy hour at School of Rock, but go right ahead. Take it away, Chastity. Tell us how this all worked out.
It actually was. We were sitting at that network, and we have an ambassador program, which is pretty much our ambassadors are chamber member volunteers, and they're like our PR people. They're like our brand ambassadors, and they were there, and they were just playing around with the instruments and having a good time. And we have a program called Boca Chamber Festival Days, where for the whole month of August, a for-profit member connects with a nonprofit member, and they create an event for everybody in the community to go to raise awareness for that nonprofit and raise funds for that nonprofit. So originally I thought, well, it would be cool if we had our male ambassadors and our female ambassadors create a band and have a battle of bands against each other during our Boca Chamber Festival Days month and raise funds for the Golden Bell Education Foundation. And so some of the ambassadors that were there, I asked them, I said, would you do something like this? And they got so excited, they said yes. And then my mind just exploded that night as I was packing up for that event and going home, and I didn't sleep the whole night. I just kept writing things down, and it turned into something bigger than Boca Chamber Festival Days. And I said, you know, it would be great if we did it kind of like a American Idol or The Four or The Voice, where we're bringing people that don't really know each other. They're business professionals. They're not musicians. They don't have any, you know, music experience except for maybe some of the singers, and connect them by putting them in a band together. They create a networking bond relationship, where that's kind of where the chamber part comes into Golden Bell Battle of the Bands, but that they agree to raise a minimum of $1,000 each that goes to Golden Bell. 100% of the funds that each individual participant raises goes to the Golden Bell Education Foundation, in which in September, when we're giving out those grants are going to those schools and those teachers. And I pitched it to my bosses, and they loved it, because nobody in Boca or anywhere local is doing this kind of a fundraising event. You know, there's Battle of the Bands out there, but they're all bands that are already created. They're musicians. They sound amazing.
Right.
Nothing like this.
Yeah, I mean, these people are learning from scratch. Yeah. I mean, it is both of my band members just agreed to cut their nails to be able to do the guitar a little bit better. And we actually were just putting together some rehearsal times at the houses, so we can try and get rehearsal time in between our rehearsals with School of Rock. And School of Rock has been amazing. Definitely want to give them another plug. Absolutely fabulous. I'll tag them in a few of these things too. Hope they share it. Because this is just such a neat idea. Everybody kind of wants to learn an instrument, but to have it be put behind something like this, like an event, it really it really makes sure that everything's very focused, instead of just learning an instrument to learn an instrument, you're learning an instrument to do a big gig and have a concert at the end. And you guys have gotten our photo shoots done. And thank you so much for voting. They voted for my photo shoot. That was so great. Thanks for getting involved, everybody. And thank you. It was who was our photographer? Carlos, was it?
Carlos Aristizábal of Aristizábal Photography. He's awesome. We love him.
Yeah, that was great. He did an amazing job. Took all the band photos, took our solo photo shots, and we also have merch. We have some band merch coming. And I think you have some band merch on. Show it off, girl.
Oh, actually, so this shirt was actually one that I had created our first year. It's kind of getting all messed up, but it's like the vintage one.
Yeah.
I created them for all of our team members so that they knew who the staff was, and we're rocking it out for Golden Bell.
And show us the posters above you. You have some posters above you.
Yes. So above me is two bands from 2019. This is actually Mechanical Solidarity. They're the winning band. And then this is Federal Highway. None of them are musicians, so it's like super cool. Federal Highway gifted me this guitar after Battle of the Band, so that was like super sweet. But none of them are musicians, but we turned them into rock stars, made them look like a band. And they actually in 2019, they performed in front of over 1,000 people.
So you had over 1,000 in attendance. So we're your third year. Of course, COVID had, put a halt to it last year. We all know that. But this is your third year. So tell us about what exceeded your expectations between the first year and now the third year. Tell us kind of what the fundraising was like, what the attendance was like. We'd love to hear about that.
Well, it was super crazy because as a veteran event planner, I've never produced a rock concert. This was just something that was like beyond my wildest dreams. And so our first year, we actually did it at the Pavilion Grill that's over on Yamato and Dixie. And we were like, this is going to be great. There'll be 200 people there. And this is just going to be amazing. We're going to raise a few $1,000 for Golden Bell. Great. Their maximum capacity was 400, and we reached that 400 within 2 days, and we couldn't sell any more tickets. And on social media, we saw people tagging people saying, if you're not going to use your tickets, let us know, we'll buy them from you. It was just amazing to see it. All the people screaming, wearing the merch, the bands acting like true rock stars. It was just super fun. Our first year, we raised $25,000 for the Golden Bell Education Foundation, which at that point was like the largest fundraising event we've done for Golden Bell. We knew we couldn't fit in there for our second year at Pavilion Grill. So we partnered with the Boca Raton Innovation Campus. They have like this dining hall that looks like a small convention center. And we're like, oh, this is great. We'll fit like, 600 or 700 people in there and it'll be fine. We had no idea that we were going to have over 1,000 people in there, and the tickets sold just as fast. Within 3 days, people were calling us, asking us to be on waiting lists. It was pure insanity. It just grew so much from the first year to the second year, and we were able to raise over $100,000 for the Golden Bell Education Foundation in our second year.
Boy, the heat is on, huh? Oh my gosh.
Definitely on.
No pressure. Okay, so how can they can donate? Obviously, I put the link in, and I hope you guys share this so that they have the link. But I want to kind of just go over the instructions because you're donating to a person that's in the Golden Bell Battle of the Bands event, or what do you think they should do to donate if they'd like to donate?
There's a couple of things with Golden Bell Battle of the Bands. So we have two components. You have the band that's going to win the competition in itself as musicians, as performers at the event. And then out of the 15 participants that we have this year that, make the three bands, it's a competition within themselves to be the top fundraiser. So if you go to goldenbellbattleofthebands.com and you go to support a rock star, a little tidbit, depending on what you're looking at the website on, whether it's your phone, iPad, or the size of your screen, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner all the menus of the website, but sometimes some people will see like the little hamburger, so it'll say like home, and then it'll say about, meet the bands, and then you'll see the hamburger. Click on that hamburger, go to support a rock star. You'll see all the rock stars for this year, and then there's a click to donate. When you click to donate that button, it brings you to a payment page portal, and it's going to ask you what rock star would you like to support, and you just click on the pull down arrow and select the rock star that you would support. That money then goes and tells me that Shelby has $1,000 that somebody donated, and I secretly put it in her little pocket, and I just tell Shelby so that nobody else knows that maybe Shelby may be the top fundraising winner this year. Who knows?
But the money doesn't go in my pocket. It goes 100% to Golden Bell, correct?
It does. It does go right to Golden Bell, but it's like an account for each one of them so that we know how much each one of the fundraisers are raising. And then at that night, we tally it all up, and we give a big giant trophy to our top fundraiser.
Yes. So the event planning, the scale of event planning that you're doing is just phenomenal. I've planned a lot of events too, been in event planning, and my hat is off to you for sure.
Thank you.
Chastity. It's so fun. And boy, she's even come to our practices, our band practices. Incredibly supportive. It's just, you two ladies are just the kind of ladies I like to rub elbows with, and just, I'm so proud of what you guys create between the Young Entrepreneurs Education Foundation and, the Golden Bell Education Foundation and the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. And of course, the Battle of the Bands with the Boca Chamber. It is just phenomenal. You two should really be so proud of yourselves. We're certainly proud. People from the community are really blessed by having you two at the helm. I know, we've got, of course, Troy and Chuck, and they give you kudos all the time. And I'm sure so many more behind the scenes. I'm sorry, we don't have a chance to thank everybody, but you two really are where the rubber meets the road, and you make it so that our community and our children can benefit from all of this. So I personally, as a mom, not just as a social media digital marketer, but as a mom, I just want to thank you both so much, because it's just such a fun thing to be a part of. My expectations for Battle of the Bands was more like it was going to be a chore, but I was going to do it for the kids. But it has been so fun. And I definitely do need to raise some money, though. My birthday's coming up, and that's what I'm going to be asking everybody. I don't generally ask people to donate money. In fact, I don't think I've ever asked for donations on social media before in my 10-year career. But this will be what I do ask for, because I know 100% of the proceeds are going to the Golden Bell Foundation, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. And thank you all for listening. And I hope you guys share this and tag your friends and get your tickets, because it's kind of limited. We don't have, post-COVID, we don't have the reign of 1,200 tickets. It's going to be 300, 400, 500 people, maybe 5, 6. Come on, Chastity. Who do I need?
Something like that. Well, tickets actually go on sale July 12th. So as soon as we put those tickets on sale, I suggest to get them, scoop them up quickly. If you want to donate to Shelby for the Golden Bell Education Foundation, you can click on Shelby on the Support a Rockstar. You can also use Venmo if you're a Venmo person. You can Venmo. The Venmo is at Golden Bell Foundation, and just put a note that it's to Shelby.
Or to any of the people that are on the band. I want this to be for everybody, because it's not just about me. It's a whole community, and you have so many people that are working so hard, and they don't have time to be on social media, but they can share this, and then they know how they can put the drop down in their name, and they can get their friends to sign up and understand what it's about, because this is special. This is really special. So thank you both so much on behalf of the community, of parents all around. I just want to commend you again and again. It really is amazing to be a part of this. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Shelby. You're fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you in person soon. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.